Hello YouTube. So it has been approximately forever since I have done a video. Certainly since I've just done a solo video. The last couple that I've done or tried to do have been with other people or you know, Ask Brin type stuff, or Brin Live. That's what I'm looking for. Brin Live. So it's November. Last year for November, I made 30 videos in 30 days, and I had to come up with every topic every time, and I chanced into a couple with some, you know, less ideal events that happened. But this year, I wanted to do it again, but I thought that I would cheat a little, kind of. So I found this 30-day trans challenge posted by the Miserable Muse on DeviantArt, and I don't know if the Muse is the originator of this or if it was from someone else, but I think Paige did it in text at one point, and I opened the link last year. And it's been open on my Chrome forever, and I just thought that would be a nice way to do videos for November, which is Trans Awareness Month. So again, 30 videos in 30 days. Wow, I have not done this in so long. So many pauses. Anyway, I've decided this year, part of the reason that I've not been doing videos is that there's people in my house kind of all the time. And I don't get a lot of time to myself, except in the mornings after I've taken my kids to school, and, you know, I'm actually supposed to be working. So I'm taking a little coffee break, and I'm going to, you know, do some of these 30-day challenge videos. I'm going to try to keep them really short. I said that last year, and succeeded about half the time. But the thing is I'm just trying to get back in the swing of making videos and force myself to do it and give myself a project for November to get done. And in order to do that, I have decided that you are going to get me as I am. I'm not going to put any extra effort into, you know, looking presentable, I guess. So, you know, you're not going to get the prettiest Brin, you're just going to get the Brin that I am. So, in fact, you know, I'm in my pajamas and a hoodie because it's, you know, fall in Chicago and it's starting to get chilly out. So this is me. You know, this is the actual me that, you know, works every morning, you know. Yeah, so on to the first question. Oh, I'm probably going to pre-record the weekend videos on, you know, the Friday before, so that would be today. I'm going to record Saturday and Sundays as well, or I'm going to try to, just so that they'll go up that morning. But I'm not necessarily going to have a video up live, like, at midnight, but I'll try to have it up before noon every day. Okay, so the first question on the 30-day trans challenge, and I will put this link in the show notes so that you can do this yourself if you like. So the first question is, when did you realize the term transgender referred to you? I think it would have to be when I was 20 or so. Let's see. That's 1998. It's maybe 20, almost 21. My ex-wife had introduced me to Eddie Izzard through she handed me a video recording of Dress to Kill that she had off of HBO, and it was the first time I had seen anybody just own being, well, he uses the phrase transvestite, but, you know, it was the first time I had seen anyone who even remotely looked like me or shared my proclivities, as it were, and not be sensationalized or treated as a freak or, you know, in any way, he was just owning it. He was just owning it as if it were perfectly normal and everything was fine, and look, this is who I am, you can just take it or leave it. but by the way, I'm smart as hell and funny and, deal with it. So, it was really validating to see that. And so I had been cross-dressing in secret for years, and never really had anyone to talk to about it. There were a couple of friends that I had come out to. I didn't like the phrase transvestite, so I used crossdresser, and I had learned that that's a distinction that is common between Americans and Brits. Brits tend to use transvestite, Americans tend to use crossdresser, because here transvestite has a much more clinical, psychological definition, and it's associated with a paraphilia, and it divorces it from the sexual aspect of it, or it's supposed to. After seeing Eddie and sorry, my top is all askew. I made it worse. After seeing Eddie, I started to research more, and the internet was really in its infancy, and I was able to finally, come across the term transgender and how it was an umbrella term, and I knew I wasn't a transsexual, or at least it didn't feel right, so I thought all I had was crossdresser or transsexual, and I found out that there's this idea of transgender that, incorporates third gender and non-binary and gender fluid, and some of these phrases and terms weren't even in existence then. Bigender wasn't even coined until 1999, according to Wikipedia, but I had never heard of it, and I didn't actually hear of it before I coined the phrase for myself in my own life. I started using bigender before I realized that other people did as well. But, that really opened my eyes that there's more to, gender variance than just crossdresser or just transsexual, and that, there could be other people like me. So it was really validating. And when I first came out to people in 2001, I used the phrase transgender in that letter because I liked it better than something that that was so associated with sexual deviance, like cross-dressing and transvestism. So I used transgender in there as my preferred term, and I've been pretty happy with it since. I enjoy being parts of transgender community, and when I found out there were no bigender resources, at least none that I could find that really spoke to me, I created bigender.net, and I found that there's more people there, and I think they're going through somewhat similar experience with the phrase bigender that I did with transgender, in that there's finally a label that speaks to, who they are and their actual experience in life. So yeah, in 1999 or so is when I first came across transgender. Definitely by 2001, I was using it as my own label. So, yeah, aside from that, that's day one. I'm going to try to, it's already 9 minutes, but I had to do the whole explanation up front. So I'm going to try and knock out Saturday and Sunday. And then, but for you, that's going to be tomorrow. So I will see you tomorrow. Oh, you can contact me at Brin at bigender.net. You can come to the forums at bigender.net/forum. You can find me on Tumblr under Brin Convenient. And Twitter as well. So you can send me things. I will get notified. Feel free to ask me questions and things, and I will use those for future videos. Thank you. Have a great day.